Every year in millions of schools somewhere, another group of students opens a book by Shakespeare. Millions and millions of people have talked about Romeo and Juliet, right? But we still study it. Why? It's not, as much as Romeo and Juliet matters so much as what you think about Romeo and Juliet that matters. That's the difference this time when we're reading Romeo and Juliet. We've read it before, we've talked about it before, we've said what we thought was all that we could say about it, but that's not true. A new group of readers read it and there's something new to say. So it's always new, even if it's old. I'm Jeff Buchanan, Chair of the Department of English and World Languages. We have a fairly traditional English major that centers in literature, public and professional writing degree, linguistics, creative writing, film study, and Spanish and Italian, and American Sign Language. So those are our subjects in the department. If you're interested in language, the ways we communicate with one another, or the more kind of analytical, technical study of language, this department's for you. If you're interested in reading or writing, this department is for you. A good writer is a chooser, is a person who learns to make choices. A blank page is so imposing in some ways because it offers you too many opportunities. But a good writer learns to cultivate those possibilities, learns to reflect on the potential choices, weighs the effects, and makes good choices. That's the same thing we want from a good human being. Writing prepares you in many ways for the things one is going to do in life. Learning to be a good writer is more than just a technical skill. Right? It's a part of being a human being and who one is. English and world languages really pushes one outside of one's own world. You're reading the ideas of others, the thinking of others, the feeling of others. You're reading about a time different from your own. But the idea of knocking you off balance it is intended to help you rebalance. Right? And enlarge what you know, enlarge what you see, and broaden your perspectives. You come to new understandings that way. And that's really one of the primary values, I think, of the Department of English and World Languages, that you come to see the limits in your own perspective, and you come to broaden them and to learn more. And that's what learning really is. One of the strengths of English and world languages is its size. Students will receive attention, faculty are available, faculty want to respond to student questions. They want to engage students to talk more about their interests. They want to help them achieve what they're seeking to achieve. Our students go on to further study, graduate school, law school. All that practice, reading texts carefully, is great preparation. You learn to develop confidence in your vision, to articulate it, to communicate it. You learn to care for others, to collaborate with others, to work well with others. Our students do their work carefully and they have a great deal of pride in it. We hope they're responsible and ethical and thoughtful in their communities where they're also good neighbors and work in many ways to make the world a better place.